Ahoy! We have a mystery on our hands this week. The scholars in this room are the crew of the mighty ship, the Envisioneer. While in search of an ancient treasure, we were marooned on an island, and a key part of our navigational map went missing. Of the entire crew, we considered 4 suspects. Today, you will hear the evidence collected against Dr. Smart and Shipwright Men. Hi, I'm Giselda.
And I'm Lexi.
And we're Medical Examiner A. While on the way to Stem Island, the crew encountered a storm. The ship crashed, then some of the crew broke their limbs. So we used the splints method so that their bones structure will help get better. The adjustable cervical neck collar. Sugar tongue forearm elbow splint. Buddy taping.
This motto represents your lungs. A patient of Dr. Smart was exhibiting severe symptoms such as shortness of breath and wheezing. He examined her and concluded that one of her lungs had collapsed. We needed to learn more about making the best treatment decision. To make it successful, we learned by using the balloon lung model method, which includes a balloon, a straw, rubber band, and clay, and a cup. The straw represents the airway passage, which is also known as your neck. The clay is the seal at the top of the chest cavity, and inside is the balloon that represents your lungs. The bottom balloon represents the muscle that stretches across the cavity, which is also known as a diaphragm.
My name is Andrea. And I'm Nisa. And we are engineering specialists. Some parts of the island are not accessible to humans on foot. Instead, M-bots were built to reach parts of the islands that humans can't. The M-bots were used to find missing crew members. We had to program the M-bots to get through the difficult types of obstacles on the island. This is the M-bot that we use to find our missing members.
After a storm on the island, some areas are inaccessible for humans and M-bots. In order for the M-bots to reach the other side of the island to find food, we had to build a truss bridge for them to cross. The materials that we were provided with were straws and paper clips. Here is our model truss bridge for the M-bot to go through.
Hi, I'm Eliza. And I'm Julieta. And we're Medical Examiner B.
Today we will be learning about the heart, but first let's recap on the evidence. To sum it up quickly, Dr. Smart saw that the deckhand was looking ill, and when Dr. Smart was observing, he saw that it was related to the cardiovascular system. Let's get back into learning about the heart. First, let's review the heart. This is the pulmonary artery. This is the vena cava, the right atrium, and then this is the right ventricle. Right here is the aorta, the pulmonary vein, left atrium, and the left ventricle.
During the investigation, one of the envisioners, First Mate Sydney Young, was bitten by a snake on the island. Dr. Smart gave us her patient information that presented Young had mild dehydration from being bitten above her left ankle, which was swollen and red. Young claimed she accidentally stepped on the snake and startled it. She identified the snake being brown with dark spots and having a triangular head. She started researching the snakes with the information given and concluded that the snake was a Malayan pit viper. It is a hemotoxic snake that causes pain, swelling, bleeding, and tissue damage. It is about 3 feet long and has a reddish-brown triangular marking. In order for us to treat Young, the materials we were given were to represent the venom by the snakes. The materials we were given were milk and lemon juice. When the two mix, the milk begins to curdle. This is an example of the venom, with the venoms mixing in your body, it would create a blood clot in your veins or it can stop making your muscles move.
Hi, I'm Gabby, blood spatter analyst. During the investigation, there were 3 drops of blood in the captain's quarters. We had to figure out what height they fell from. We dropped blood from 66 inches, 30 inches, and 12 inches, and measured the diameter of each. We then measured the diameter of the blood drops from the captain's quarters. We concluded that the blood fell from 30 inches. That could have been a head injury, a hand injury, or an arm injury. We know that one suspect had an arm injury and another had a head injury. Hi, I'm Gabby,
And I'm Priyanka, and we're forensic scientists.
During the investigation, 5 powders were found in the captain's quarters. 4 of them were known: cornstarch, cream of tartar, baking soda, and powdered sugar. But there was one mysterious substance. We tested the reactions to iodine, water, and vinegar, and concluded that the mysterious substance was cornstarch. Cornstarch is used to treat cuts and burns, so the doctor could have been using them to treat one of his patients, and another suspect deals with tools, so he could have been using it to treat one of his cuts.
I identified an overturned cup that had fingerprints on there. We collected the evidence so we can analyze the prints to determine the guilty suspect. We didn't have all of the equipment, so we used alternate materials, which included cocoa powder that's luckily similar to my fingerprinting powder. Analyzed all 4 fingerprints and also studied this fingerprint from the lab and realized that these 2 are in fact Dr. Smart's. Based on all the evidence our STEM group has submitted, we believe that Dr. Smart and Shipwright Neff are guilty of stealing the ancient map.